Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser with a couple of Bunkie High seniors, Dillon Compton and Kyle Johnson. A couple of guys who have been on the Louisiana versus all y'all channel previously after some games and things like that. Kyle on the road with 7-on-7. And now is a really special time for these guys as we look at a 9-0 Panthers team heading into week 10, looking for potentially the program's first undefeated regular season in almost more than 2 decades at this point, and situating for the playoffs now on the immediate horizon. And Dillon and Kyle, man, glad to get you guys a chance to talk together about some of this. How we doing tonight?
Doing good.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having us, man.
Yeah, happy. I was telling Kyle before the season, Dillon, I was telling you a little bit before, I'd been wanting to get you guys together to have kind of a conversation like this. I know when Dillon was on previously, he'd been talking to Brett McCormick after a game and talking about kind of the legacy that y'all's class wanted to leave with this program. Kyle and I have talked about that some over the last couple of years as well. And you guys have been such leaders for that. When we talk about the fact that you guys are about to have y'all's last regular season game in that uniform and get ready for y'all's last playoff run and whatnot, how does that feel? Is that all starting to kind of click together and come to a realization? I guess Dillon first, and you guys feel free at any point to kind of piggyback off one another.
Yeah, I think like the time moving faster than I expected. You know, senior night was last Friday for us, and it was kind of surreal moment. You know, watching all the seniors before us do it, and now it's our turn. So it's kind of like, you know, the season flying, but you know we still got a goal to be in district championships. And being the state champions after that.
It definitely went by fast. You know, it doesn't really ring a bell until like senior night. You know, like just walking across the track, just realizing like this is almost our last senior home game out of the regular season. So now next time we play at home, if we lose, we might not ever play on that field again. So you know, just going out there, putting forth our best effort and energy, just so that won't happen.
Either one of you guys cry on senior night?
Nah.
I couldn't cry, bro. I don't know.
It was more like having fun. Like, yeah, it was like had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good deal. I mentioned 9-0. You guys head to Marksville this week, and it's been a minute since Bunkie has finished a regular season 10-0. Do you guys know when the last time was that happened?
Like I think I want to say 2004, 2005, something.
Yeah, it's been a while since that happened. You know, we looking to do that, so.
Yeah, 2003. So neither one of you guys was alive yet at that point, I don't think. How much do y'all hear about that from whether it be coaching staff or faculty members or past players or whoever? How much do y'all hear about the history element and what folks are kind of watching y'all to see if y'all can become, you know, the next group to etch your names in some really special places? And again, whoever wants to go first, feel free to jump in.
I just want to our coach, Coach Jamel, Coach Jackson, they all played on that team. You know, when they did go 10-0, win all these district championships. So them like coaching us every day, they'll be funny with it and be like, nah, I don't think y'all can do it, man. We did this different back in the day. And you know, it put a chip on our shoulder, you know, just to actually go out there and go get it. And actually be able to tell them that we did that. And now we're gonna go further than y'all ever did.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the goal. You know, they kind of set the standard back then, and it's been about almost 20 years. You know, they told us that last year, and, you know, we came up short in district losing to Gina last year. So, you know, we wasn't able to fulfill what they did. But this year, you know, we're looking to do what they did and more.
It was just a step along the way, but how big was that Gina game for you guys? That was the one that tripped y'all up last regular season. And not only to win it, but to win it in a way where there was never any doubt. I think folks around the state had to realize, okay, this was a dominant performance against a team that everyone knows is traditionally a really strong team up in that area. How big of a step in y'all's overall process was that one a couple weeks ago?
I want to. It was a pretty big step, because like the last year in there, it wasn't how we wanted it to be, because I feel like we played that game last year, like trying to do stuff, like more stuff, and like trying to be a superhero instead of doing our like it's following this year. Everybody on the field did their job and did what they were supposed to do, and that's how the team came together and we made big plays.
Yeah, I will say we 1,000% matured since last year. Last year we played Episcopal, and we started off with a pick six. That was a devastating thing for us. We couldn't shake back from that. But this year, first drive of the game, our running back fumbled the ball, turned over. But this year we didn't put our heads down. We didn't get down on ourselves. Instead, we made a big stop on defense, and the rest was history after that.
You might have hit on it some there with just the maturation from last year to this year, but in terms of what makes this group special, and really, I mean, it goes back farther than last year. This is a group that has had high expectations y'all's entire high school career. What has made this group special, and what feels like this year can be a particularly special way to kind of wrap up the high school career for y'all?
I just want to say like the maturity of our team. We got like a lot of starters back. I want to say like 10 or 11. Everybody has grown on the team and got better, and just us playing as a team. And I think our team chemistry is way better from last year. So I think that'll be a big factor in us playing better, going down the line in the playoffs.
Yeah, I say the time we spent together, because I've known him and my other classmates since eighth grade. When I came to Bunkie, so being around him and then playing football with him, it's built chemistry, and we've been able to grow together and learn each other and know. It's some things I don't even have to tell him, or he don't have to tell me for us to be on the same page. So being around each other for a long time has helped our team a lot.
And you remember any moments, whether it be about the way you guys need to step up and show some leadership, or something on the field, maybe a play breaks down and just having a level of chemistry there, kind of an example of what you're talking about there, Dillon, of a time where y'all just know what the other one is thinking or is about to do or needs to do, or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, being two of the leaders of this team, we have to be able to step up and make plays when our team need it. There's many drives where we come out and I just tap my helmet for him and he can just run past everybody. And, we kind of set the tone doing that. So, when we connect like that, it's a big play for our team and it builds momentum.
Did y'all came into this year with undefeated regular season? Was that one of the goals? I guess as you kind of marked down what this year needed to look like, what were those specific goals and checkpoints that y'all wanted to make sure y'all hit?
Probably just building from last year and like taking the step forward in the fact that it's like we gonna get better every week. Just not just settle 1 week after a win. Just like every week, want to know and find something different to get better at, just for us as a team to grow.
Yeah, always improving. The goal, I feel like, for every football team is to go 15-0 into the state championship. So, we strive to do that every week. Like he said, getting better every week, but, not getting complacent with what we're doing. We winning and stuff. Got a lot of fans, but being able to come back and silence all the noise, whether it's good or bad, and just play football and get better at what we do is the most important part.
When you talk about, I guess, the noise aspect of it, this week y'all go to Marksville, and this is the same time last season that Kyle and I did an interview talking about playing this big rivalry game and whatnot. How easy is it to focus on this game and not everything else going on when you know it's Marksville and Bunkie and kind of the shot that y'all will take from them, sort of thing, and the talent that they have over there with some guys that y'all know pretty well? How easy does it make it to focus on this game, knowing what this game is?
Man, I feel like it'll be way easier to focus on this game than any other one, just because it's a big rivalry for our school. And both players on both teams, we know each other a lot. Like some of us even grew up playing little league sports together. So the game it's gonna be a great environment at the game, and everybody's gonna be ready to play.
Yeah, especially this season for sure. We 9-0, right where we want to be, and they're really the only people in our way stopping us from getting past this phase right here, the regular season, and moving on to the next phase how we want to. So, this game is kind of like a it's something we just got to do. You know, we got to lock into it and complete the job.
Y'all went into this weekend, at least on the LSWA polls, y'all were number 2 right there in the 3A polls, right behind U High, who lost Thursday night. They haven't sent us out, the Writers Association, the new polls saying what it looks like for this week, but there seems like there's a great chance that Bunkie is going to be number 1 in Class 3A on that list when it comes out tomorrow morning. Have y'all thought about that? I know when some of these rankings came out during the season, Kyle, you kind of commented like, we're not done. Wherever y'all were, as great as it was, that y'all were coming for the top spot. What does that mean to y'all to be included on some of these statewide lists and realize that y'all might be the top of an entire classification, public school, private school, whatever, that y'all are starting to garner that level of respect, not just in, Bunkie, not just in Senlaw, but I mean, border to border.
I mean, being ranked high on like lists and stuff, like it's a great feeling, just seeing your work and stuff that you put in, just being shown like on different platforms. But even with the rankings and stuff, we know it's still got other good teams out there, and if we just go in the game just thinking that we gonna beat them just because we rank higher than them, then we'll dare like give them an edge, and we'll just get off the pedal. So I don't want to think about it as being ranked higher than them, just us getting better every week, and that'll show in the game rather than us just being ranked higher than somebody and just going out.
Yeah, I mean, rankings are great. You know, we love to be number 1 in everything that we could, but obviously that's not the main goal, to be ranked the highest, because being ranked the highest doesn't necessarily mean you're the better team or you'll go out and play. You know what we can do. You know, we put the work in every day. We didn't put the work in all summer. And, been working all our lives for this season right here. So the rankings don't really mean as much if you can't pull a win off.
Have there been any moments this season with younger guys where y'all have to kind of get on them to realize that, or has everybody been pretty understanding of that dynamic and on the same page with that and showing that level of maturity and understanding for, okay, yeah, we're getting some attention that maybe Bunkie hasn't gotten before, but that's not the goal. That's kind of a byproduct of it. How has that been? Have y'all had to be kind of vocal about that, or have people been on the right page?
I mean, sometimes like it's gonna have like freshmen, like lower underclassmen, just because like we going undefeated right now. They feel like we on a high rise. But none of them they didn't feel last year when we was at the same spot, and in district in the second round of playoffs we lost just because we thought we made it, and we didn't. So we just gotta keep them on the right track and let them know like, hey, anybody could be beat at any time.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's good for us to to be able to be leaders on this team, and for guys to look up to us. We didn't lead this team to a undefeated season so far, and it wouldn't be possible without them. So keeping them on the right track is not as hard as you think, but everybody has to be locked in.
And I want to ask you guys, I mean, particularly 2 of the senior leaders that have played together for so long, a little bit about one another to let y'all kind of brag on each other a little bit for fans that get a chance to check it out. And Kyle, I mean, the guy right there, the signal caller and just, I mean, all around dual threat playmaker and everything that he brings to the table running that offense. What can you say about Dillon and his role with this team? And for folks that haven't had a chance to see him play or flip on the huddle, what has been so special about playing with him these last few years?
Just like having like somebody as a leader on my team, because like he probably like one of the only people on the team that I look up to, because like he let me know anytime like I'm not in the right mind, or like if I'm at practice and I ain't going how I'm supposed to be going, or like just on the field, just being like he taking pressure away from me. So because when he running hard, he running good up the middle, he opening up the backside for me to catch the balls. And it ain't too many. It's not too many quarterbacks around here. They can put it where he can put it. He got a big arm.
And Dillon, same sort of thing. Kyle, or you might call him Spud. I don't know which one you're calling him up there on a Friday night, but everything that he brings, I mean, as a receiver for you, but an all around athlete for that team, and obviously another leader on that team. What has stood out about him that's made him so special for the Panthers these last few years, and particularly for you as a teammate?
I mean, it's big. You know, this Spud could do everything. You know, he play offense, defense, special teams. You know, sometimes we don't even have to go on the field because he scored the ball before we could even get on the field. So, I mean, that aspect of the game, you know, he dominates. Had a big game against Gina last year. Um, you know, shut down the receiver. I don't think he had a catch at all, which was big for us. You know, a big part of us shutting them out. But not only that, but all season as well. You know, making plays on all three phases of the ball. You know, catching balls, deflecting passes. You know, returning kick returns, punts, anything you want him to do, he can do it. So that's kind of great having a guy like that on our team.
What's something about him, I guess, particularly a guy that's committed to go on to the next level? What's something about him that maybe people don't know? Doesn't even have to be football, just something about his personality or, folks that don't know Kyle don't know he can be a little bit goofy at times. Anything that you want to tell people that are going to get to know him sooner than later about who Kyle Johnson is?
Bro, the dude is funny. Like, when I mean funny. Like, bro, you need a laugh. Like, you just look at him and you're going to start laughing. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, practice, he always bring energy, like, every time you're around him, bro. He's just funny.
Hey, Kyle, I don't know if you want to share something like that of Dillon too, but I was going to ask you, Dillon's a guy that we're still trying to figure out where's going to be the fit for him at the next level. If you had to tell potential coaches or teammates at the next level why they want Dillon Compton on their roster, what would you tell them?
I mean, if you ever come watch this play, you know, you a bit it's clear as day you can see, bro. Like 6'1", almost 200 pounds, bro, and he run the ball hard. I mean, he got a head on his body. It's just he's not just going out there like he thinking before he doing stuff on the field. And I just feel like if you had somebody like that on your team, just be able to throw the ball and can run the ball in the phases, you know, just that'd be like a great weapon to have on the team on the next level.
Anything else you guys want to share? You feel
Uh,
good?
I feel.
Come and win it all, man. Come and win it all.
There you go. A couple of those class of 2025 senior leaders for the Bunkie Panthers, Dillon Compton, Kyle Johnson. They wrap up the regular season this week against Marksville before they go into those D3 select playoffs as a really high seed. I think going into this week, they're number 5 in the power ranking. So a lot to look forward to this week and beyond for those guys. As always, for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser, thanks to these guys for their time. Thanks y'all for tuning in.